Welcome and thank you for coming to our press conference today regarding the disappearance of Leah Croucher and the subsequent murder investigation. I cannot even begin to imagine what it is like for Leah's parents and family for 3 years and 8 months not knowing what has happened to their daughter and loved one. All of the investigation team who are working on this case are dedicated to finding the truth for Leah's family. I want to recap on the developments this week since Monday the 10th of October and provide a number of updates in relation to our investigation, which, as I'm sure you can appreciate, is complex and fast-moving. On Monday, at about 6:30 p.m, police were contacted with information about a property in Lockspear Drive, Fursdon, Milton Keynes. We promptly attended and a number of items were located inside the property. These items included a rucksack and personal possessions belonging to Leah, who was reported missing on the 15th of February 2019. Sadly, human remains were also found inside the property close to the rucksack. As a result of our findings, Thames Valley Police changed its investigation from a missing person investigation to a murder investigation. As I stated, the investigation is moving at pace, and as such, I can share with you some further updates today. But at the very outset of our investigation into the disappearance of Leah, we assigned this case our most experienced and capable team of detectives, led by a senior investigating officer. This attests to our determination to find Leah. Thereafter, we immediately and thoroughly followed every reasonable line of inquiry. We committed hundreds of officers and staff to the search for Leah, reviewing 1,200 hours of CCTV, conducting more than 4,000 house-to-house inquiries, searching lakes, open land and woodland. We have sustained and significant media appeals and offered several public rewards for information. But sadly, the call from the member of the public that we received on Monday this week was the first occasion that information was made available to enable the investigation team to provide any link between that address in Lockspear Drive and Leah. Prior to this, in the course of visiting those 4,000 properties, I can confirm that number 2 Lockspear Drive was visited on at least 2 occasions. However, there was no response at the house. Therefore, we dropped a leaflet through the letterbox requesting a callback if the occupants of the property had any information. In addition to the house-to-house inquiries, we also visited the property to scope what CCTV may be available in the area. Since we were alerted to this property on Monday evening, we have established that the property is owned by someone who lives overseas and rarely visits the United Kingdom. It is now known that the owner was not in the UK at the time Leah was reported missing, and the house was unoccupied when police attended on these inquiries. Today, I am able to confirm that we have nominated a suspect in this case. His name is Neil Maxwell. However, Maxwell was found dead on the 20th of April 2019, having taken his own life. It is unusual to name a suspect, but we have also learned this week that during the time when Leah went missing, and whilst the owner of the property was not in the UK, Maxwell was the only person to have keys to that property. Maxwell had been employed by the homeowner to carry out some property maintenance at the house. We now know that Maxwell had keys to this property from November 2018. Whilst Maxwell has been nominated as a suspect, this does not mean he is guilty of any offence. We will keep an open mind, and our detailed investigation will seek to gather sufficient evidence to establish the truth. This may or may not implicate or exonerate Maxwell or any other persons from the investigation. Maxwell has previous convictions for sexual offences against women and girls and was wanted in connection with a sexual assault in Newport Pagnell in November 2018. The sexual assault was reported to Bedfordshire Police on the 29th of November 2018, and the case was transferred to Thames Valley Police on the same day. We first attempted to arrest Maxwell in connection with the sexual assault the following day, the 30th of November 2018, at an address in central Milton Keynes, but Maxwell was not present. During this time, we established that Maxwell was at an unknown location in Scotland at one point, but further arrest attempts were continually made throughout the UK at various different addresses. Maxwell knew he was wanted in connection with the sexual assault and was travelling across the UK and making concerted efforts to evade arrest, including using false names and changing his mobile phone and vehicles. He is highly likely to have known that he would be returning to prison if he was arrested and convicted. Thames Valley Police shared Maxwell's name with other police forces on the Police National Computer in December 2018. We also published a public wanted appeal to find Maxwell on the 4th of April 2019, but Maxwell was subsequently found dead on the 20th of April 2019, having taken his own life.